Hello, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Polysaturated. I am Zan, and I am here with
Jay
and
Crow.
And Crow just had a birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. And for
you
his
live
birthday,
in a zoo.
he does smell like a monkey sometimes.
No, he doesn't really. He actually smells very good.
Okay.
Both of you.
Jay surprised Crow
Yeah.
with tickets to the ballet.
Woo woo.
Yep, we went to see the Russian ballet,
Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
was-
had never seen Swan Lake. I am 43, and I had never seen Swan Lake.
Yep.
I had only watched ballet on TV and was thoroughly impressed with actually seeing it live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went to Lord of the Dance that one time.
Yeah, we did Lord of the Dance.
Which they have quite a few similar moves and techniques.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so this episode we're going to be talking about traveling as poly or
Travelopoly.
Travelopoly?
Family caravan.
Poly.
Family caravanning, or also known as the circus.
No. The chaotic storm that descends upon wherever you're going.
National
Wait, not everybody is like us. I mean,
National Lampoon's Poly Travel.
that would make a hilarious movie.
It
But
really
it's a
would.
copyright infringement.
Yes, so, you know.
Well, we could sell it to National Lampoons.
Oh.
I mean, they're still putting movies. Now, the movies aren't that great, but they're still putting movies out.
Oh. And they're not going to sell it to us now.
Great. There goes $1 million idea. Shit.
This is what happens
They're
all
not
the
going to
time.
sell it to us now.
Yeah.
No, we
gonna-
could just not put that
sell it
part
to
in this episode, but we're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
So with this episode, we are figuring that it's going to go long. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it into 2 episodes. And guess what? You are going to get a bonus episode for the week.
Do-do-do. Bonus episode.
Double duty.
Do-
Doubling
do-
up.
Duty.
Double penetration.
So what?
Whoa.
That was
Whoa.
that kind of came out of left field.
We know what's on Crow's mind.
Our masterful planner, scheduler, list creator, all that other stuff.
Is that you?
Really? You've seen the way I've done things, and Jay is giving you a look right now
It
that
was
you
a
can be
joke.
lucky to be alive if you even get to leave this closet.
It was a joke.
Yeah. So
It's an obvious joke because even our listeners know which one of the planner is.
yeah, definitely not me. I do plan things. I just forget about them the second after I do it. Same thing
Yeah.
with lists. I'll make a list and then forget I made a list.
Make a grocery list and leave it at home.
No, I don't even get that far.
No, he doesn't even make the list.
I forget to make the list.
Yeah.
I tell myself a huge lie. I think we all lie to ourselves on some level, but the biggest lie I ever tell myself is I don't have to write that down. I'll remember it.
Oh, yeah.
Our list extraordinaire, planner extraordinaire, cook extraordinaire. Wait, you're like a
Just-
master of all.
I want to be just like her when I grow up.
I don't want to grow up though.
You're
Yeah.
a Toys R Us kid?
We're not growing up.
No, Toys R Us is defunct now.
Although I just used an ironing board. I think
Oh.
I've entered into adulthood, like officially. I bought a meat thermometer like a couple months ago, and it's been downhill since then.
Yeah, and she even has a favorite spatula.
No.
No?
Well, yeah, actually I do.
See? Told you.
The metal one that
Yeah.
can cut stuff, and it's very efficient.
And it works on her cast iron pan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
This should all tell you exactly how far gone this situation is.
Yeah.
She is adulting. A master planner.
Are you the master debater?
Actually, I am. I will argue anything. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, I will argue it. So I am a master debater.
Mm-hmm.
We're all master masticators.
Sometimes I choke on food.
Oh, well.
I have a tendency to not chew my food adequately and swallow it whole.
Technically, we're not master masticators.
We're,
Yeah, see, we even argue on those points, so we are master debaters.
yeah.
So I'm a master swallower.
Talents I didn't know Crow had. All right.
Hey, you could have found out directly.
Thanks, but you're not my type.
I know. Love you.
Uh-huh. Love you too. So we're going to pass it over to our planner who does such an amazing job of planning our trips and everything else. Like, we're going to pass it over to Jay.
I keep it together, yo.
At least somebody does,
Keep
because
it
sure in the hell ain't
together.
me.
I'm just here for comic relief.
Well,
Have to have
hold on a second. You're here for comic relief?
Yeah.
every circus has to have a ringmaster.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. And Jay's our ringmaster.
And I'm one of the clowns.
Not a very good one, but he is.
Aw.
So wait, if you're here for comic relief, what am I here for?
Tech service?
God damn it.
Someone's got to keep the lights and flashes and whatever else going.
Tech support.
Sound system.
All right, let's. Fine. I know.
Zan, the Wi-Fi's out.
Yes, I know.
He's usually the first one to know.
Actually, it's usually the kids.
Yeah, usually it's the kids.
Yeah.
Back to Jay and her circus of flying monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start us
I
off?
will get you, my pretties.
Did you really want her to sick the flying monkeys on you?
I thought we were
And
the
your
flying
little
monkeys.
dog, too. Wah, ha, 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 ha.
Anyway.
Okay.
Would you like to start us off?
I do have a list of points to kind of keep us on topic, even though, we see what happens when we're left to our own devices, because you've been probably listening to quite a few minutes of us just kind
Rambling.
of rambling and bantering back and forth, which I hope that's part of the reason why you tune in, but if not, that's okay too.
If nothing else, we're going to bring a smile, or if you throw something at your radio, please take a video of it and send it to us.
Yeah.
Because if you are listening through your car and you throw something at your radio, please send a video.
No, don't send a video. They might get in a wreck.
Well, I would hope they wouldn't be driving when they're throwing something at it.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. And then if you are listening to it on your phone or other mobile device, and you do feel like throwing your phone or mobile device,
Don't do that either.
Don't.
Those are expensive.
Stuff's expensive.
but-
Don't do that.
So you need to have a discussion about radio
Zan's
issues.
a bad influence. Let's just continue on with this.
Yeah.
How about you
we
not
know
throw
this.
anything and you actually just, listen to the show?
Okay, but
and-
the thing is, I am a bad influence, though.
If you
I
break
know that.
Apparently.
if you break a perfectly good phone, there is somebody in the Congo with a shovel digging blue cobalt out of the ground, and you owe them an apology.
The trickle down, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Okay, so traveling and vacationing polyamorously can be quite the challenge, depending on how many people you have coming with you and how many different needs and personality types, etc., that you have to accommodate and plan for. And also where you're going, if you're going to see family, if you're going to just go on a vacation, if you're going, well, I mean, you can go vacation to go see family, but I mean, like, if you're just going
But do we
with
really
your...
want to call a vacation when we go and see family?
Definitely. I have family that I'd love to go vacation to go see right now.
Yeah.
So do you.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anywho, so we're just going to kind of go willy-nilly through the list, have quite a few points. The first one on the list is allowing more time than you need for not just traveling, but getting ready in the mornings and dressed and for unexpected things to come up.
I highly recommend cattle prods.
Everything takes longer than you think it will.
Yes.
Everything.
Oh, for example, we went to Louisiana to visit family, and it was the 8 of us at the time. And, I mean, you have to accommodate for more time than you're used to. You think about your home life, or maybe you live separately or whatever, so you all arrive and you maybe meet up and go to your destination all together and everybody's all ready. You may not realize all of the things that it entails for you all to get ready to go. And breakfast always takes longer, especially if you're visiting family, because you're going to want to hang around in the morning. You're going to be tired when you get, depending on how long you've been on the road.
Or
flying or whatever. You're going to be tired, not want to wake up early the next morning, but then breakfast still has to be had and showers still have to be taken. And so you may want to kind of think about those things ahead of time. That way everybody can get their showers the night before and then get up in the morning and,
And I do have to say, you know how they say breakfast of champions? Jay is the champion of breakfast. I don't know how she puts that shit together so quick. Like, it's like, boom. Like, you turn around, it's like, oh, let me help you out. And you turn back around, and, oh, look, breakfast is done with, like, eggs are perfect. This is perfect, that's perfect. And they got a little flour on top just to make it all look pretty. And it's like, what the fuck? I just turned around for a second. Okay, I may have fallen asleep for like 5 hours, but it was done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
For traveling, I get really irritated really quickly when I'm traveling, Jay has planned things out to the point of where it lowers irritation for everybody, because we spent 10 hours on the road with 8 people in a vehicle.
One vehicle.
And
which was really
vehicle,
awesome.
which, yeah, one of our friends, our closest dear friends, let us borrow his 8-passenger vehicle.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, this worked out.
It was
and we
awesome.
had room to pack and everything.
That's the way to travel, really. If you're going to do it as a family, to try your best to get in one vehicle if you have to go on the road. I mean, flying, I can't imagine coordinating all of the things for that. We haven't embarked on that endeavor yet. And if you have, more power to you, because getting everybody's suitcases and luggage checked and tickets and checked in and on the plane and then getting back, and I mean, I can see it's probably pretty similar, but that entails a whole new, I would imagine, more like Home Alone, the movie, you know, and then they end up leaving the kid behind because they're so rushed and they woke up late, and
Yeah, we did check-ins every time we stopped for gas, and there was a bathroom break or something like that. I was like, all right, everybody check in.
And that goes back to leave more time, because when there is one bathroom at the rest stop or 2 bathrooms at the rest stop, and you have a total of 8 people, and whoever else happens to also be at the gas station on the highway, it is going to take a while.
It's going to take you have to plan, like, whenever you're on the road, probably going to end up stopping every 2-ish hours, 2 to 3 hours, if not more. And if everybody's getting out to use the bathroom, stretch their legs, you're planning about 30 minutes for each stop. So, you know, take that into account. So when you're using Google Maps and it's telling, or Waze or whatever you're using, and it's telling you that the trip is going to take 5 hours, you can add probably another hour and a half onto that.
And if you're using MapQuest, it's going to take another 10 hours.
If you're using MapQuest, I my heart goes out to you.
Please join us in this century.
Yes.
Yeah, and that speaks on other things, is that when you're traveling with so many people, with so many different things. I know when I took the kids down to Louisiana for spring break one year. So Jay and I's biological daughter travels really well. Our poly daughter doesn't travel well so much. She gets car sick. So that was something I had to get used to. I mean, seriously, like, we could be on the road forever, and we'd be cool with it and all that. I mean, Jay and I and our biological daughter traveled to Idaho Falls in 2 days from South Texas. And so we spent 27 hours on the road in 2 days, and it was beautiful and all this other stuff. So with our poly daughter, within an hour of being on the road, which I get, we were about to pass through Atlanta. I get it.
And it was you driving. She doesn't tend to get that car sick when she's riding with me, I would just like to point, or Crow. You know,
I've made that child throw up so many times.
Oh, really?
I have over the years. Yeah.
That's why she chooses to ride with me most of the time.
Are you saying something that my driving?
I'm just stating that she, when there's the choice, she comes in my car instead.
Turns don't actually have to be 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Well, sometimes you do have to turn 90 degrees. It just depends on how fast you're going when you do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also plan for that. If you have somebody that's prone to car sickness or anything like that, you plan for that. For more frequent stops, more of this, more of that. And if you want to see the biggest frying pan on the earth and one person in the car wants to see it, and if you're like Jay's, if anybody in your polycule is like Jay's dad and wants to go to Lookout Mountain at midnight to see 7 States of Darkness, that has to be an option too.
7 States of Darkness sounds like a weird spin off of 50 Shades of Grey.
That's when things really get dark.
I do want to put one little thing that just occurred to me while I'm hearing you say it, and I know what you mean. Say biological daughter. It's kind of like they're all biological. They're like none of them. We promise none of the younglings are cyborgs. But
right.
We're not sure about one of them.
But that actually just brings me into this is one of those notes where if anybody has any other kind of verbiage, any other way of expressing things, send it in to us. Message us. Tell us what you've come across for anything. And this isn't just the stuff you hear on the show. If you have other words for expressing this or that, let us know, and we might give you a shout out on